Not every person in your life was placed there by God, and some of the people you keep trying to help are actually delaying what God wants to do in your life. Let's be real about it. Number 1, the unwilling to change. Don't keep pouring into someone who refuses to grow. If they won't turn away from what's wrong, your help isn't helping them, it's reinforcing the cycle. It's like handing tools to someone who has no desire to build anything. They don't want freedom, they just want comfort where they are. Proverbs 26:11 says, "As a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly." That's not meant to insult, it's meant to wake you up. God isn't asking you to only look at who they are, He's asking you to notice what they consistently do. If they've received truth, grace, and multiple chances, yet still choose the same path, maybe God isn't calling you to step in again. Maybe He's asking you to step back. Because sometimes discomfort is the only thing that leads to change, and your constant rescue might be silencing the lesson they need. Don't mistake being their support system for blocking their breakthrough. Number 2, the controlling spirit. Some people don't actually want help. They want influence over you. And if you're not careful, their problems become your prison. These are the ones who turn your kindness into pressure. They make you feel guilty for setting boundaries. They convince you that saying no is unloving. But hear this clearly: manipulation is not ministry. Jesus never allowed Himself to be controlled by people's expectations. In Luke 4, when the crowd tried to hold Him back, He still walked away. Why? Because His purpose was not driven by pressure. It was directed by God. Just because someone is loud about their needs doesn't mean you're assigned to meet them. If helping them steals your peace, distracts your purpose, or confuses your identity, that's not help, that's a trap. Number 3, the ones who create division. God does not bless division, and helping someone who spreads it puts you on the wrong side of it. These are the people who carry gossip, stir drama, and create tension. They appear one way in public, but tear others down in private. Titus 3:10 says, "Warn a divisive person once, then warn them again. After that, have nothing to do with them." That's not harsh, it's instruction. Because when you stay connected to chaos, eventually it becomes part of your life too. Protect your peace, protect your calling. God is not asking you to fix what He is trying to remove. Number 4, the constant taker. Some people aren't looking to grow. They're just looking for someone to lean on forever. And the more you give, the more drained you become. You listen, you pray, you carry their burdens, but nothing ever changes. Why? Because they don't want transformation, they want dependency. Even Jesus had boundaries. He served many, but He also stepped away to recharge. Luke 5:16 says, Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. If even He needed space, so do you. Protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's necessary. Because when you're empty, you lose clarity. And burnout is one of the enemy's easiest strategies. Helping isn't holy if it destroys you in the process. Number 5, the one who replaces God with you. If someone starts relying on you more than God, it's time to step back. At first, it feels harmless. They ask for advice, prayer, guidance. But slowly, you become their source instead of God. And every time you rush to fix everything, you're stepping into a place that doesn't belong to you. In Acts 14, when people tried to treat Paul and Barnabas like gods, they immediately stopped them because they understood something important. You are not the source. You are only a vessel. You can guide, you can support, you can pray, but you cannot replace God in someone's life. If they keep coming to you instead of going to Him, your help is no longer helping.
Number 6, the one who knowingly disobeys. If someone clearly knows what is right and still chooses to go against it, don't support that. These are the people who say, "I know what God says, but I'll do it my way." They don't need constant support, they need a moment of realization. 2 Thessalonians 3:14 says, "Take note of those who do not obey and do not associate with them." That's not rejection, that's allowing consequences to teach what words cannot. If you keep making their path easier, you're not leading them toward freedom, you're making disobedience feel comfortable. Love them, but don't walk with them if they're walking away from God. Number 7, the distraction from your assignment. Not everyone is meant to go where you're going. Some people aren't toxic, they're just not aligned with your purpose. And if you're not careful, your compassion will keep you stuck in places God already told you to leave. In Genesis 12, God told Abram to go, but He brought Lot with him. And it wasn't until Lot separated that God revealed the full vision. Sometimes the issue isn't bad people, it's extra weight. Don't confuse loyalty with obedience. When God says move, you don't need approval from people, only direction from Him. Some of the people you're trying to hold on to, God is trying to release from your life. So ask yourself honestly, are you willing to obey even when it means letting go? Because helping the wrong people can feel right, but disobedience, even with good intentions, is still disobedience. Take this to God. Ask Him, who am I carrying that you never asked me to carry? And be ready for the answer, because your next breakthrough might be waiting on the other side of release. If this spoke to your heart, comment, "Let them go," and take that as your first step of obedience. You never know what God is about to do once you finally let go.